Don, and I say this respectfully, you're insane.
No, you are.
I'm not insane, Don.
You put out so much disinformation and wrong facts that we only hear half the story.
Okay,
we
wrong.
Only hear half of
How do you give a wrong
fact? We
fact?
don't hear the other story.
Don, I want to invite you right now to give me one wrong fact or piece of disinformation that I've given. One.
The church is wrong. How come it's so big? How come it keeps growing?
That's not a fact. Let's state
That's a
you just
fact.
wait, Don. Let's keep it friendly. You just gave a very accusatory comment to me that I give out tons of misinformation and wrong facts. I want you to give me one.
You've been giving a lot of misinformation about Joseph Smith, the prophet.
Some of the things I say about Joseph Smith are my feelings, and I usually try to say that, but if it is about what he did, chronology, dates, marriages, secret things, magic practices, all of it fact. All of it, Don. So I know it doesn't feel good to hear it from me, and I know that it goes against what you have been taught to believe, Don, but what I want to ask you, instead of going to this ethereal, what am I going to do when I meet the LDS Jesus, why don't we talk about, why don't you answer some of the facts for me?
Go ahead. I can answer anything you ask me.
Okay, why did Joseph Smith marry teenage girls and hide them from his wife?
Maybe the Lord told him to.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Many
you don't fall far from the tree, do you, Don?
I'm real close to the tree, pal.
I know you are.
Close.
I know you're close to the tree, my friend. Listen. Hey, Don, let me ask you this, since it seems like you're a very faithful Latter-day Saint.
Very much so.
Okay, will you tell our audience what it takes to go and live with Heavenly Father?
You have to live His commandments.
Okay, and what are those commandments, Don?
The 10 Commandments. You know, Moses wrote them. You ought to know them.
Okay, the 10 Commandments.
Right.
Anything else?
You've got to be a good, honest person. You need to pay your tithing. You need to do right by your fellow man.
You need to do right. Okay, anything else within the confines of the restored gospel?
More.
I'm sorry, I cut you off. What did you say?
There's probably 100 more things you need to do, but it makes you a better person.
Make you a better person?
Mm-hmm.
And what if you know, do those 100 other things? Can you give me the big ones at least? What are the biggest ones?
Well, you know, if the Lord was going to have a church, what would He name it?
I would name it Christianity.
It's Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, because that's His church.
Well, you know, it wasn't originally named that. You know that, don't you?
Well, I've always called it that.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's all that's important, huh?
Where have you ever heard this comment, Sean? The Lord will not be mocked. Where did you hear that?
I agree with that. I try very hard not to mock the Lord.
When you talk about His people, you talk about His prophets, you're mocking Him.
Okay, what prophet?
Joseph Smith, Spencer Kimball.
Those men are liars.
Well, you might think so.
Those men are liars. They're deceiving.
You ever met one face to face?
I don't need to meet him.
I'd like you to tell Thomas S. Monson to his face that he's a liar.
I would love to tell Thomas S. Monson to his face he's a liar.
Yeah,
I'll tell Thomas Monson right now. Thomas.
I don't think you'd go very far.
Because
all
why?
All you got to do is look that man in the eye, and you know who he is.
This is so good.
Well, sure.
Listen, Dave.
You're finally getting the other side of the story.
What is? I might get the other side of the story?
Now you're getting the other side of the story, the other half that your other people are not hearing.
You're right. You're giving a side of the story the other people don't usually hear.
That's right.
And it's fantastic. Keep giving us more. So when I look at Thomas S. Monson in the eyes, I am going to melt because...
No, he is the prophet of God.
I'll know. Nice voice intonation there, too.
Nope, you will know.
Okay.
And by the way, I have met him. And I know the truth. And all the prophets and all the apostles are true.
Don?
Yep.
Don, I can't argue with a belief, okay?
Right.
I can't argue that you believe that there's a Santa Claus. There's nothing I can say or do in that. I can say there's not, but you could say, have you explored the entire North Pole or South Pole? And I would say no, and you'd say, well, see, there is. I know. So we can argue this, but I have a manual in front of me, and I go by that manual. And there is so much within your faith that this manual is an absolute contradiction to. Now, how do you justify that?
You have your way of reading it, and I have mine.
So who's right, Don?
It's what the Lord tells you is right.
Isn't that really arbitrary and very relative?
No, because if I ask the Lord something and He answers me, that's right.
Okay, so what if the Lord...
How do you get your information?
I get it from His Word.
Same way.
I get it from His Word.
That's where I get it.
No, you just said if the Lord tells you something...
If I ask Him a question, if I read something in the Bible, I read something in the Book of Mormon, I ask the Lord if it's true, and He answers me, then it's true.
Okay, now the Lafferty brothers...
Yeah, what about them?
They were told that they needed to kill their sister-in-law because she wouldn't go along with polygamy, and the Lord told them to do that. And kill the baby, too.
No, Satan told them to do that.
Okay, how do you tell the difference then, Don?
You put your hand out, and if he shakes your hand, you know you got the wrong guy.
I couldn't pay for this. I could not pay for anything better. Don, we're out of time. Please call again. God bless you. And we've got...